before we open our floor, I would like to invite the last speaker, that is Ms. Winnie Chang, who is our PhD candidate, to give her presentation on Hong Kong's soft power. Okay, please.
Thank you very much. Yes, today this should be the last one. And I will introduce about the internationalization and also the development of soft power of Hong Kong under China's roots. And first of all, there's really the scenario in Hong Kong is really easy to see that like this. Mainlandization. There's a lot of political and social narratives of mainlandization in different aspects. For example, stock market. This is the situation we are facing. Before 1997, the blue one is the Hong Kong companies in the stock market. Before 1997, we can see there are 8 of them. Okay, come from Hong Kong. And after this, all red, okay, is representing the colors of mainland, of course. And just one HSBC still here, okay, it's from Hong Kong. But 9 of them already from all from China to occupy the stock market in Hong Kong. Next level. Media collection with the mainland government. These 2 research done by Brian Fong, the speaker yesterday we met. This is all the collection between the media tycoon, okay, to the mainland government. How the media tycoon be honored, okay, as the committee members or the National Congress members, something like that. It is really easy to find these kind of things after 1997. Can we say that this is a kind of mainlandization? And the third level, even the restaurants. You're thinking about that you're paying for money to the McDonald's from US, right? And you're employing just want to eat some Japanese food, right? These all from Chinese tycoon. Okay? For example, the China Resources, okay, own a lot of restaurants in Hong Kong, and you're thinking that you're eating the really good pork cutlets, okay, in Anzhou, and this is not from Japan. This is all under China. So is it that it's really a real phenomenon that mainlandization is 100% found in Hong Kong? So what's the main point of today's presentation is, I want to use the policy address, okay, to analyze the inclination of Hong Kong government, okay, is towards to mainland or towards to international community, and also within that analysis, I will do the content analysis and also the discourse analysis. At the end of the presentation, I will do the case study using the creative industry in Hong Kong to illustrate this phenomenon. Content analysis. It's really simple that because I just calculate, okay, using the number of paragraphs, okay, over the total paragraph and calculate the percentage that any inclination of integration with China that the Hong Kong government want to do, or the inclination of further internationalize. Basically, I found different kind of aspects that the Hong Kong government want to do that. For example, economics is really obvious that we economic integrate with internationally or even to the mainland. For example, environment, we have a lot of deal, we have a lot of agreement, okay, with international community or even with mainland Guangdong, okay, about the the fog, okay? And also extending to this kind of integration, I found that nearly these 6 years or 5 years, I found that there were social integration. For example, we invite the elderly in Hong Kong to retire in Guangdong. This is a kind of social integration. So these all things that I calculate in regarding this graph. Red also representing the mainland integration. we can see that because I analyzed 10 years policy address, from 2007 to 2017, we can see that the red line occupied the upper part of the graph, because nearly 80%, okay, 80% that the government say in the policy address that I intend to, I'm ready to integrate with mainland China. And the blue line is about the internationalization. This means that I want to engage more with the international community, internationalize Hong Kong. We can see that there is really big difference between internationalization or integration with mainland. And also we can see the trend from 2010 is increasingly a trend that integrate with China. Okay, claimed in the policy address. But keeping note that is the internationalization, I integrate with international community. That keeping note. Okay, the trend is like that. So we can really simple is that we can do some prediction in the coming policy address. How Carrie Lam will do as state in policy address. We can look at the trend, increasing communalization, and lower with no mention with the integration with the international community. So because that generally speaking, in the policy address, the largest part of that should be the domestic matters, such as the housing or tackling the poverty or the medical problem of that. But within the lines of that, okay, under the further mention of in the policy address, we can track that the intention or the preference in the coming years further. So we are looking forward to the policy address from Carrie Lam. And the discourse analysis, because I want to analyze the positioning of Hong Kong. So I just read again that how the policy address to say the positioning of Hong Kong. From the very beginning, 10 years ago, global is emphasized global. Okay, global metropolitans is so special that Hong Kong is a really unique and special cities. Okay, another layer is regionalization. Regionalized Hong Kong is a part of Pearl PDR. Okay, Pearl Data region, and further we can see that. The mainland Chinese government want to according to Dr. Lee, okay, we didn't meet each other before, but I don't know why we can match this, because all I present is about the perspective from Hong Kong, and within in the policy address, okay, we can see that Hong Kong government, as our government, want to internalize Hong Kong politics as a part of China. Within it, okay, make it internalized. And these 2 years, we can see that because the Belt and Road Initiative, okay, it's institutionalized. Okay, make it institutionalized. It's a part of this kind of initiative. It's a part of Hong Kong. It's a part of the policy. So we can track the trend that within these 10 years, globalize, regionalize it, internalize it, and finally, I don't think this is the final one, okay? But this should be, in these 2 years, we can see that institutionalize Hong Kong's international status as a part of China, okay, within the institutionalization of China. So, what's the linkage between the soft power and also internationalization? According to Joseph Line, he said, software is a kind of power that intends to change the behavior of other actors, shaping their preferences or to reach the desirable outcome. Okay? 3 sources for the soft power. The first one, culture. The second one, political values, and also the foreign policies. So I will concentrate on the culture. according to the documents of Hong Kong government, there are like categories, okay, under so-called CCI, cultural and creative industry. For example, arts, performing arts, film, videos, publishing, design, architecture, or advertisement, okay? And there are 5.7% of the total employment in Hong Kong is under these categories. So, when we talk about the development of the creative industry in Hong Kong, everyone in this room knows that it's underdeveloped, right? So, Professor Zhang, okay, has conducted really good comparative studies on creative industry between Hong Kong and Singapore. Normally speaking, that when we compare Hong Kong, always with Singapore, okay, because of size, because of the geographic position, because of the history. So, in terms of the tendency, okay, the inclination of regionalization, Professor Zhong said that creative industry policy articulate to China regionalization, okay? Also, Hong Kong government regionalized the creative and also the cultural industry to the regionalization policy, attach it into the economic regionalization, make it earning money, make it economic, okay? For example, the film industry in Hong Kong, under the CEPA, CEPA, the Closer Economic Partnership Agreement, okay? The film industry often rely on the mainland China market, okay? This is the main market for any film making because a lot of people in China, the great population that they can consume, okay, they can pay us for the film production. That means that the local culture has been also regionalized. The small budget film needs to create something really good, okay, something really outstanding to cherish our own culture. For example, the film in 2013, The Way We Dance, in Cantonese in Kong Mo Hai. The film in 2014, The Midnight After. That's a really long name in Cantonese. 那夜我坐上了紅色小巴由旺角去大埔. And 10 years, you all know that 10 years is about the political situation in Hong Kong. So all these small budget film production, okay, need to engage in a really struggle way that to produce a local film against a really big budget with a lot of investment against the film that the Chinese commonly invest. So this is a really inward-looking way for promoting the soft power because it marginalizes the local culture. The filmmakers need to use another way. Okay, the long name maybe, okay, the horror one, okay, or the using foreign language to attract and to remain the local culture for Hong Kong. And the policy make the uniqueness of Hong Kong film lower and lower. No uniqueness. So the industry is really hard to survive, and also this only rely on the market in mainland China. So how about our soft power? Turn to Singapore. Singapore spent a lot of money, time, and also the talents in the game industry. We all know that game industry is a really big market. Why? Because a lot of people play games. Okay, over the phone, over the computers, over PS2, Switch, right? And they all want to, all the small countries, all the small cities want to engage in this market. And Singapore is not an exceptional case. Even that Singapore really engaged, not only engaged the international and the regional talents into this kind of game industry, but also that it already created a cultural hegemony, okay, within the Asian countries. Why? Because they attract the foreign capitals, but create their local games with their own culture, okay, using their special English, okay? Using their own culture, using their habits, using all the things, combining all the local cultures, but using the foreign capitals. This is a kind of soft power formation, and we can see that it's outward looking, because we absorb the money from outside, but the local from inside. This is a kind of initiative that the Singapore government can do for the Singaporean, and also for raising their soft power in terms of cultural policy. I read the news about Professor Anthony Fong. He was a speaker, I think, in AM. He just want to apply a grant to investigate the anti-development of the game industry in Hong Kong. He was rejected, of course, and the reason was, what's the significance of that? So we can see that the officials in our SAR government are really inward looking, and also not really modern, not really try hard to understand what is going on in the world. So when we see the cultural industry, the policy of creative industry, we can see that regionalization is not an excuse. Okay, it's not. We know that regionalization is a fact, but it's not an excuse that we need to make our culture, to burn our culture, or to not to develop our culture. But instead, Singapore has demonstrated a really good example on the game industry. Hong Kong SAR leadership is really obviously shift Hong Kong global position to just an area that's serving the country, okay, under the so-called narrative of regionalization, and also the so-called super collector between the mainland and also the outside world. Professor Ding said that internationalization and mainlandization is not contrary. It's not a contrary concept and not mutually exclusive. We can do it together. Why not? Okay. A balanced progress. We need a balanced progress, including all the internationalization potentials or national development. Basically, we need to accumulate resources, powers, cultures, and also talents to promote Hong Kong soft power in order to tackle any kind of international challenge. We do not know. It's coming, but we do not know. If Hong Kong is not capable, okay, to generate our own soft power, Hong Kong people will start to celebrate other cultures, just like Japanese, Korean, K-pop, J-pop. It's already happening, right? But indeed, Hong Kong people do cherish their own culture. And under the policy of Hong Kong SAR government, they need to consider this because this is a long-term and sustainable development of Hong Kong. So let's be able to develop, to interpret these pictures. When I see this picture, I feel a little bit sad of that, and I think that the Hong Kong people should will the world like the blue one, right? I hope that one day the Chinese, mainland Chinese government also see the world like the blue one. And we need to develop our culture together, but not marginalize any kind of things by using investment or money. So references, thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Winnie.